What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free Major League Baseball home run prop show for Wednesday, June 28th, 2023. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. And if you're looking for the games that I am the most confident in, the ones that I do love the most, including my daily $19 best bet, make sure you head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get into the home run prop action for Wednesday. And we had a great day with the home run props on Tuesday. Had a nice handful of plus money winners. Were able to pick out 3 winners on the board, and like I said, some nice plus money paydays with those as well. And before we get into the recap and Wednesday's plays as well, I just want to remind everybody these plays are meant to be very high risk, high reward. They are not plays that I recommend you dump your whole bankroll into. They're just there for some side action, just for some fun bets on the side. Some pizza money or some coffee money. You're welcome to play whatever bet you want from this show. You don't have to play every single one, but any plays that you do take from here, I recommend just playing them straight up as single leg bets. But I do know that some people like to parlay these home run props. So if you're going to parlay them, what I recommend is any parlay that's 3 legs or more. If it's within your means, do a round robin. Yes, it's going to drive up the price of the bet. So if you're doing, just say $5 bets, instead of just one $5 bet for the 3-leg parlay, what you're going to do is you're going to put a $5 bet on each of the combinations of 2 legs. So instead of it being a $5 bet, it's going to be a $20 bet. But what that's going to give you is a safety net in case one game or one player prop goes awry. How many times have we all had that parlay that's been busted up because one leg fell short? Well, at least if you have a round robin, you at least still, and one leg goes awry, well, you still get paid on the 2 legs that you did hit. And hey, if you hit all 3, not only do you win the 3-leg parlay, but you win all 3 combinations of the 2 legs as well and get yourself a nice payday there too. But let's take a look at the home run props, like I said, that we did hit on Tuesday. It started with Francisco Lindor in that matchup against the New York Mets against the Milwaukee Brewers. I think he went full screen because he wanted to steal the show for a reason, like saying, hey, pick me, I'm going to get you some money at plus 410. But Adolis Garcia also came through for us at plus 330 in that matchup against the Tigers. And once again, continuing the run against right-handed pitching, Ketel Marte coming through for us at plus 575. So definitely some nice plus money payers on the board. Now we're going to get into the home run prop action for Wednesday. There were no plays for me for the early matchup between the Braves and the Twins. Just based on volatility in the pitching matchup coming out late. With the timing of this video being released after that game's already started, you can probably figure it out by that point. We will have some plays for the 4 o'clock game between the Mariners and the Nationals. So this is where you want to have notifications turned on. The majority of our action today is going to be primetime action, but if you have notifications on, you get the notification when this video is going to drop, and you get the added edge. You're going to have plenty of time to get in these plays for the 4 o'clock game. But without further ado, let's get into the home run prop action for Wednesday. I'm going to start things off with Lane Thomas for the Nationals at plus 575. Logan Gilbert, he's allowed 8 home runs in his last 7 starts, 4 home runs, and 4 home runs and giving up a homer in 3 straight outings. Thomas, he's got a 366 batting average with 3 home runs, 9 extra base hits in the last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching. So give me Lane Thomas for a home run at plus 575. Also going to look at Heimer Candelario at plus 650. He's hitting 351 with a pair of home runs, 7 extra base hits in the last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching. Logan Gilbert also allowing a 10.5% barrel rate this year. So give me Heimer Candelario at plus 650. Now, I was trying to find ways to exploit Seattle's matchup against Patrick Corbin. Nothing stood out to me, so let me know in the comment section below if you guys like any home run props from the Mariners. I'm leaning towards Julio Rodriguez. He was hitting 353 with a homer in June against lefties. Ty France hitting 474 with 3 extra base hits, including a home run in June against lefties. But that leads me to my next point. The point that I forgot to mention just before we started was I love interacting with you guys, so make sure that if you're going to let me know in the comment section. Let me know, do you like the angles I took on some of these games? Do you not like the angles? Do you have player props of your own? Like I said, let me know, because sometimes I take the player props that you guys put in the comment section. I put a couple bucks on them, and hey, some of those player props have been absolute fire. But if you're going to do that, I ask everyone, please drop them in there before the games start. If they're not in there before the game start, they don't help anybody. We're trying to beat the books as a team here at Pickdawgz. One Pickdawgz family, one unit, one goal. That goal every single day is to make the books pay us, whether it's spreads, totals, sides, money lines, player props, you name it. That's our goal, and I think we're going to do it here on Wednesday, but we need your guys' help. So drop those plays in the comment section below. But let's get back to the home run props. We're going to look at Fernando Tatis Jr. for a home run at plus 450. He's hitting 317 with 7 extra base hits and 4 home runs against right-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks. Now, Mitch Keller isn't a pitcher I'm eager to trust right now, given that he's been shaky in some of his recent outings. He's given up 6 home runs in his last 7 starts, at least 1 home run in 5 of those 7. And Mitch Keller also posting a 9.9% barrel rate allowed, while Tatis Jr. has a 9.7% barrel rate at the plate this season. So give me Fernando Tatis Jr. at plus 450. I'm also going to look at Juan Soto for a home run at plus 450. He's posting a 12.5% barrel rate at the plate this season, hitting 375 with 3 home runs, 6 extra base hits in the last 2 weeks against righties. So give me Juan Soto for a home run at plus 450. For the Orioles and Reds match, we got a few plays here that I really like. First one I'm going to look at is Anthony Santander at plus 295. He's hitting 409 with 4 home runs against righties in the last week. Luke Weaver getting the call for Cincinnati here. He's given up a ton of hard contact. A high exit velocity this season, as well as an 11.4% barrel rate. Weaver, he's also allowed a home run in 5 of his last 7 starts, 6 total in that stretch. Santander also having a 10.7% barrel rate this year. So give me Anthony Santander for a home run at plus 295. I'm also going to look at Gunnar Henderson for the O's at plus 500. He's hitting 412 with 4 extra base hits, including a home run in the last week against righties. He also leads the Orioles in barrel rate at 13.1%. So give me Gunnar Henderson for a home run at plus 500. For the Cincinnati Reds here, we're going to look at a few Reds. We're going to look at first Matt McLain at plus 575. He's got a 13.5% barrel rate this season. He's hitting 400 with 6 extra base hits and a pair of home runs against right-handed pitching in the last week. Now, Kyle Gibson hasn't allowed a whole lot in terms of home runs this season, but he is giving up a lot of hard contact and an 8.4% barrel rate. So I'm going to roll with Matt McLain for a home run at plus 575. I'm also going to go with Ellie De La Cruz at plus 350 here. Excuse me, plus 540. He's hitting 391 with 6 extra base hits and a pair of home runs against right-handed pitching in the last week. So give me Ellie De La Cruz at plus 540. I'm also looking at Jake Fraley at plus 700. He's hitting 286 with 3 home runs against right-handed pitching in the last week. So give me a look at Jake Fraley as well. 3 home runs in home runs in 3 of his last 5 games at plus 700. Now, there's a bunch of other options I think you could roll with for the Reds. A lot of them have been tearing up righties in the last week. Will Benson, TJ Friedl, as well as Joey Votto all have a pair of home runs in the last week against right-handed pitchers. And I also really wanted to hammer that matchup for the Rangers against the Tigers, who do have Joey Wentz pitching. But nothing really stands out for me for home runs in this game. A bunch of guys with great averages against lefties in June. But Leody Taveras, the only guy with multiple home runs against lefties in the month of June. So let me know in the comment section. Do you guys like any Rangers in this game? If you're putting anything down in this game, Tigers or Rangers, let me know who you like in that one. But let's get to the this matchup between the Phillies and the Cubs. And we're going to look at JT Realmuto at plus 480. He's hitting 474 with 3 home runs and 7 extra base hits in June against left-handed pitching. And Drew Smyly getting the start for the Cubs. He's allowed 7 home runs in his last 7 starts, including a home run in 5 of his last 7. And Realmuto also has an 11.8% barrel rate on the year. So give me JT Realmuto at plus 480. I'm also going to look at Kyle Schwarber for a home run at plus 265. He's hitting 313 with 4 home runs against lefties in the month of June. Also has a team high 15% barrel rate. So give me Kyle Schwarber for a homer at plus 265. And I'm also going to look at Trey Turner for a homer at plus 410. He's hitting 286 with a pair of homers in the month of June against left-handed pitching. So give me Trey Turner for a homer at plus 410. For the Cubs, I'm also going to look at Ian Happ at plus 540. He's hitting 500 with 3 extra base hits, including a pair of homers in the last week against and against Aaron Nola, getting the start here for the Phillies. May have snapped a home run allowed streak in his last start. I think he finished at, it was 10 games, or it could have been longer. But He's still prone to giving up the long ball. I think Happ can get him here. So I'm going to take Ian Happ at plus 540. I'm also going to look at Christopher Morel at plus 480. He has just 4 at-bats against Aaron Nola in his career, but those 2 hits that Morel was able to notch both went for extra bases, including a home run. Morel, he's always one of the power threats for the Cubs against righties. Also has a 16.5% barrel rate this season. So I'm going to take Christopher Morel for a home run at plus 480. I'm also going to look at Dansby Swanson for a home run at plus 600. He's got a hefty career sample size against Aaron Nola from Swanson's time with the Braves, and half of his 14 career hits against Nola have gone for extra bases, including a pair of home runs. He's also hitting .328 in June against left-handed pitching with a pair of homers. So give me Dansby Swanson for a home run at plus 600. Now I wanted to key in on a couple of plays in that that Braves, not Braves, Dodgers and Rockies matchup. But again, couldn't find a price on them for a graphic, but these will be official plays for me once we get prices on them. JD Martinez, I like Martinez in this matchup. He hit a pair of home runs on Tuesday, 4 for 6 in his career against Kyle Freeland with a pair of extra base hits, including a home run. He's also hitting .316 with a home run and 5 extra base hits in June against lefties. Like I said, Kyle Freeland starting for the Rockies gave up just 2 home runs. He just gave up 2 home runs against the Angels at home in his last start. He's allowed 3 home runs in his last 2 starts against the Dodgers at home going back to last year. So I'd look at JD Martinez for a home run. I'd also look at Freddie Freeman for a home run at if you can find a price on him. He's normally the Dodgers' most trusted bat against left-handed pitching. He's hitting .350 in June with 3 home runs against lefties. So I would look at Freddie Freeman as well if you can get a price on him. But before we get into our last couple of home run prop games for Wednesday, I just want to remind everybody, obviously the purpose of this home run prop show is to put money in your pockets by way of betting home run props, but it's also to highlight the betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place and what they can do for you. It's where we get the graphics for this show is directly from those betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place. They show you the player prop. They show you how often it hits. You can change the sample size, 5 games, 10 games, after a win, after a loss, home games, away games, all season, you name it, you can change it, and you can fit it to how you want to format your bet. But it also shows you which book is giving you the best possible price. And why is that important? Well, if you're not a member or you don't have an account with the book that's giving you the best price, you can click that price, sign up, and as a new customer, you get a sportsbook bonus on us. And you also get to play that price with that bonus, but you're also adding to your advantage that the books can't take away from you, which is your ability to find the best possible price by shopping lines and shopping books. And the betting tools do, like I said, they do that for you. They also show you, profitable teams, profitable angles, profitable underdogs. If you like betting hot and cold streaks, there's a streaks betting tool there. There's multiple parlay builders. The possibilities are endless at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place with these betting tools. I just recommend everybody go over and check them out. I can promise you won't regret it. But let's get into these last couple of home run props for Wednesday's action. And we're going to go back to a familiar face that's just tearing the cover off the ball right now, the home run leader in the Major League, Shohei Ohtani, plus 255. Not the best price on Ohtani that we've ever seen, but hey, it's not those Aaron Judge prices that are sitting in the plus 150 range. But Ohtani, he's hitting .304 in his career against Lucas Giolito. 5 of his 7 hits going for extra bases, including 3 home runs. Now, Giolito, he struggled on the road this season. He's also allowed 7 home runs in his last 5 starts against the Angels. Ohtani, he's also hitting .345 with 5 home runs in the last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching. So give me Shohei Ohtani for a home run at plus 255. I'm also going to look at Luis Robert for the White Sox here at plus 320. He's really the only White Sox bat I really trust consistently for power. He's hitting .289 with 4 home runs in the last 2 weeks against righties. Jaime Barria getting the start for the White Sox here. He's had some issues in spots here and there, but he just allowed his first 2 home runs of the season in his last start. So I'm going to look at Luis Robert at plus 320. I'm also going to look at Eloy Jimenez at plus 360. He's hitting .300 with 7 extra base hits, including 3 home runs in the last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching. It's going to be Eloy Jimenez at plus 360. I also think there's plenty of other Angels you could look at here. Mike Trout hitting .307 against righties in the last 2 weeks, but he's also just a career .143 batting average against Giolito with a home run. Taylor Ward has a pair of home runs in his career against Giolito. Brandon Drury hitting .394 with 4 homers against righties in the last 2 weeks. But for me, the only official play here is Shohei Ohtani. The other guys I might sprinkle a couple of bucks on as I dig through it a little bit later on throughout the day. But like I said, right now, Ohtani, the only official play. And our last couple of home run props coming from this Diamondbacks and Rays matchup. Excuse me, my nose is a little bit itchy. The first one here, Again, going to go back to the well here. Why not? Ketel Marte, we're going to keep getting these kinds of prices with him. He's at plus 480. He hit one again for us on Tuesday. Going back to him against a right-handed pitcher. He has 5 home runs and a 400 batting average against right-handed pitching in the last week. Absolutely crushing it. Now, Zach Eflin, he's been a great arm for the Rays this season, but he's much better at home, and even still, he's allowed 5 home runs, both home and away each this season. I think it's worth looking at Marte here at plus 480. And our last official play is Christian Walker at plus 425. He's hitting 346 with a home run and 3 extra base hits in the last week against right-handed pitching. So I'm going to take Christian Walker for a home run at plus 425. Now, I was also leaning towards Corbin Carroll in this game. Look at what happens. I take a day off from Carroll, and he goes ham. He hits one out of the park. Also, I'm trying to find ways for the Rays to beat up on Zach Davies here. He's allowed 21 runs, 18 earned in his last 3 starts. But the crazy thing about Davies is that despite all that damage, he's only allowed 1 home run. So do you guys think there's any Rays worth a look here? Let me know in the comment section. But let's do a quick recap of the plays that we did give out for Wednesday's action. And we started things out in this matchup at 4 Eastern between the Mariners and the Nationals. We started things off with Lane Thomas at plus 575 and Heimer Candelario for the Nationals at plus 650. Like I said, let me know in the comment section if you guys like any Mariners in that game, so we can exploit them against Patrick Corbin. It is Patrick Corbin Day after all. But for the San Diego Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. at plus 450. Juan Soto at plus 450 as well. For the Orioles, I'm going to go with Anthony Santander at plus 295. And Gunnar Henderson at plus 500. For the Cincinnati Reds, we're going to go with Matt McLain for a home run at plus 575. Ellie De La Cruz at plus 540. And Jake Fraley at plus 700. Again, other options you could roll with for the Reds, Will Benson, TJ Friedl, Joey Votto as well. All got a pair of home runs against righties in the last week. For the Phillies, I'm going to go with JT Realmuto here at plus 480, as well as Kyle Schwarber for the Phillies at plus 265, and Trey Turner at plus 410. For the Cubs, going to roll with Ian Happ at plus 540, Christopher Morel at plus 480, and Dansby Swanson at plus 600. Like I said, for the Dodgers, I do like JD Martinez and Freddie Freeman as well for official plays there. For the Angels, we're going to go with Shohei Ohtani at plus 255. Luis Robert at plus 320. Going to go with Eloy Jimenez for the White Sox at plus 360. For the Diamondbacks, Ketel Marte at plus 480. And Christian Walker at plus 425. And thank you so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Up over 133,000 subscribers here on our YouTube channel. Couldn't have done it without your guys' love and support, so thank you for that. If you're not already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and really hit that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. Doesn't cost you a cent, and it lets us know that you guys like what we're doing here at Pickdawgz. Lets me know that you like this home run prop content. Makes me, lets me know that you guys want to keep seeing it, and then I'll keep producing it for you. And also, again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find us at Pickdawgz Premium. Make sure that you have your notifications turned on as well, like I said, so you can be the first to be in the know when the newest content drops here at Pickdawgz. Tomorrow, we will have plenty of afternoon baseball, so I'm going to try to get this video out as early as possible. But if you have those notifications on, you get notified as soon as this video drops, and when it does, you're able to get those plays in as early as possible, get the best possible price. But while you're at Pickdawgz, while you're at Sports Chat Place, check out these betting tools. I can't stress that enough. They are 100% free. They are there for you to use. You're not going to find betting tools like this anywhere, and even if you found anything close, you're probably not going to find them for 100% free like we're giving them here to you at Pickdawgz. They're a great tool to have on your belt, a great asset to have on your side, so make sure that you're checking them out. Make sure that you are using them. I promise you, you won't regret it. But thank you so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's crush the books on Wednesday.